Alright guys, so far I have assumed that you have a physical PLC in front of you. But most likely, most of the people that are taking this course have just downloaded TIA Portal for the 21 days. There is a really cool simulator that goes along with TIA Portal though. And so the link is right here. And that will bring up this page right here. And I've already talked about this earlier. So you most likely already have this downloaded when you downloaded the TIA Portal. But if you neglected to do that, then on the page that I sent you to download the TIA Portal, at the bottom there is a link for the PLC SIM. So download each of these files here, and then click on the executable file, and then it'll bring up our PLC SIM. That'll take a while to download to your computer and install. But once you have that installed, then you should have that on your computer, on your desktop there, and then we can bring it up anytime they want to simulate our PLC programs. It's an awesome way that we can to simulate everything that's going on. So you don't physically have to have a PLC at this point. Okay, so there are a number of different versions there. There's one for the S7-1200, the 1500, and another one for the 200, 300, and 400. There's even a PLC SIM Advanced, but just download the one for your specific PLC. For mine, it was for the 1200 or the 1500. And again, it's a 21-day trial download. Okay, so previously, you've seen on my 3-wire that I was able to download, and on the bottom here we saw loading complete, error 0, and warning 0. But that was downloading to a physical PLC. So let me show you how to use this PLC SIM. Okay, so up on the top here, there should be one indicator right here, an icon here. So we have the compile here, the download, and then to the right of that we should say start simulation. So let me just make this so that there's a smaller window here, and we'll put our TIA there at the same time. Let me just put these both on the same window. Sweet. Okay, so you'll notice that none of them are highlighted at the moment. So what I want you to do is click anywhere on our OB1, and you'll see that this comes up right here. There we go. So now it's highlighted. And then again, we have compile, download, and then just to the right we have start simulations. We're going to click on this guy right here. And if you're following along, I'm right here, and then you'll see that I'll be scrolling down and following my own instructions as we go through. Okay, so it says start the simulation will disable all online interfaces. So that's totally fine. It just means that we can't download to the PLC and to the PLC SIM at the same time. So let's hit OK. Excellent. So just over on my other screen here, the PLC SIM icon has just opened up. And you see that it's preparing to download to the device. Now, it may go through and may ask you to start a search just like you did for the previous PLC. And then once you started a search, then you would click on the PLC and then hit load. For some reason mine is going straight into the PLC SIM here. Okay, so normal thing that you do Profinet, then you start a search. It'll search your own computer because it's emulating the PLC. Then the PLC SIM will bring up your IP address, in this case 192.168.0.10, and then hit load. And then once you've hit load, then you can hit start module and then finish. So let's see what happens after this, because I didn't have any of those come up, of course. I'm trying to show you how to do it, but it didn't come up. So it looks like I am on this page right here. Download to the device and do a consistent download. So I'm going to hit load. Excellent. Next thing I need to do is I need to start the PLC. And we'll see whether it changes over here once we start and then hit finish. And once we hit finish, then there's a number of things that we're going to see on the screen change within our TIA portal. Excellent. Okay, so there it says loading complete, error 0, warning 0. Okay, you can see here that my PLC within my PLC SIM has now gone from the stop mode to the run mode there because we hit start. Excellent. And down here we can see here loading complete, error 0, warning 0. Sweet. Okay. If you neglected to say start there, so let me just drop this down. If you neglected to start the PLC, then within the PLC SIM, you could always hit the run button, right? So if I had neglected to turn on, I would just hit run, and then we'd see this LED flashing, and then the solid green means that we are in the run mode. Excellent. Okay, let's hit the monitoring on and off button. So again, up here, just like we would for our standard PLC. And then we should see all the green come over here, and then our logic continuity should start right here on our rung here. Okay, so let's do that now. So we'll go into monitoring. Should see green, so orange, and then green. Excellent. And our logic continuity has now started up to this point right here in our TIA portal. Awesome. So we're able to simulate our PLC without actually having a physical PLC. So make sure you download this PLC SIM, because I'm going to be making use of it time and time again within this course, because I'm now thinking that most people don't have a PLC, that most people are just making use of the free download of TA Portal and PLC SIM. Okay, so let me bring this up because there's a disclaimer here. So if we didn't see it work, then most likely we have several instances of PLC SIM running. So you may have a couple of these guys running. So close them back up and then start back at step 3, and then everything should work out. Okay. At this point, I said I have to pause and introduce another topic. The next task will show us the limitations of PLC SIM. And I said I'm warning you that I may take it down a path at various points of the textbook and this course, only to find out that what we're doing doesn't end up working out at all. Or there exists a much better way to do it. It may seem frustrating at times, but I find that the best way to learn is to experience a first attempt at learning, or to find limitations in order to better understand the program as a whole. So you would have seen with the YouTube videos that I was learning the program, and as I learned, I showed all my ways to screw it up. So again, in this course, I'm going to, on purpose, screw things up, just to show you the limitations of things, or to show you a better way of doing it. So as we move through now, we're going to try to modify our inputs here, and then we're going to find that nothing's working. So let's see what happens there. Okay, so we're back to our TA portal here. Let's make the screen a little bit bigger so we can actually see what's going on. Let's go to, let's see, 300%. Oh, 300% is a little bit too big. Hang on. 150? Hey, 150 is good. Okay, so what I want to do is I need a way that I can change the input bits, the status of the bits here, right? I want, if this one is a 0, I want it to make it a 1. But I don't physically have the PLC, and I don't physically have the little dip switches that we could toggle on and off. So what I want to do is I want to be able to modify these bits within PLC SIM. So what I want to do is I want to right click on the stop push button, and I want to modify this guy to a 1. So it seems like this is an option right here, but when I hit modify to a 1, watch what happens. Nothing. What is going on? So then I come over here and I'm like, okay, let's modify the start push button. Modify to a 1 again, right? Because this instruction is looking for a 1, so I want to modify to a 1, and again, nothing is going on. And so we can see here that within the PLC SIM, at this point, without going into the project view or anything on PLC SIM, we're not able to toggle physical bits within PLC SIM, meaning that inputs that would normally exist in the real world, we can't physically toggle them or modify them from a 1 to a 0. So that's really frustrating. There is a way that we can do this within PLC SIM, but it takes a couple more steps in order to actually do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the physical bits to memory bits, and then we'll be able to actually modify them. But at this point, I just wanted you to see how to actually simulate your program, right? So if we take out the PLC SIM, right? Let's exit our PLC SIM now. The step was that we click on the actual OB1 here. Then we went to simulate. And of course now I can't simulate here. Well, I can't, oh, because I didn't go offline. So let's go offline. Okay, that's where that red line was there. Okay, so I want to click on the actual OB1. Then up here, I want to start the simulation. And if you have PLC SIM installed, that'll say start the simulation. We'll disable the online interfaces. Yes. Here's the image that I was looking for before. So we're going to do Profinet. We're going to start a search. It's attempting to talk to our PLC. The retrieval has been completed. It has found that emulation of my PLC. So I'm going to click on this guy and load. Okay, at this point I'm going to hit load again. I want to start the PLC up. Again, if you forgot to do this, then you've seen in the PLC SIM, there's the option to turn the PLC on within the PLC SIM windows, but I am going to start it here. I'm going to hit finish. And at the bottom we see loading errors 0 and warning 0. We bring this down, we go to our normal monitoring. It starts talking to our PLC SIM. It's a lot faster. You notice that? It's a lot faster than actually downloading to your physical PLC. And we are up and running, but at this point we're seeing that the limitation is that we cannot modify physical inputs that exist in the real world with PLC SIM at this point, right? And the thing that we are missing is this image right here, which goes to my other screen. But this guy would be sitting there telling us that we are in either the run or the stop mode there. Okay, so let's pause there. Next video is going to show you, I'm going to walk you through memory bits and how to make use of them. We can modify those within PLC SIM, but it's one more topic. And then I'll go back to this image here with the inputs, and I'll show you how you can actually modify those bits. Just takes a few extra steps. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next video.